Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Boss Hour here on Lakeland's Lake Effect Radio in beautiful Kirtland, Ohio. Everybody, welcome to the show. I am here with special guest Josh Rubin. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, everyone?
So today we're going to be talking about all the things going on in the world of sports, starting with your Cleveland Browns. Yesterday, the Cleveland Browns were awarded off waivers defensive tackle Jonathan Cooper. Now, this may not seem big to you, but Cooper originally is from the Arizona Cardinals. He was traded to the New England Patriots in the offseason, and everybody was questioning the Cardinals' move and what the Patriots were doing and everything. Well, it didn't quite work out for the Patriots. They released him last week, and the Browns were awarded him off waivers, so that should be a little upgrade in the defensive area for the Browns. Cavs played the Atlanta Hawks yesterday. Gonna find out what the final score of that one was. They lose to the Hawks 99-93. Dwight Howard scoring 26 points. Kind of interesting there. And another thing with the Cavs, J.R. Smith has still not re-signed, and this is getting a little...
It's getting a lot of hand.
Yeah, it's getting a little out there, something we need to talk about today on the show. We'll get more into that in a minute. Also, everybody, Josh, do you know what time it is?
I'll tell you in 1 second.
Let's see if I hit the right one.
Right now it is 12:04.
12:04, everybody. Breaking news, your Cleveland Indians. We're headed to the ALCS, the American League Championship Series, against the Toronto Blue Jays yesterday. Indians defeating the Red Sox 4-3 in Boston to sweep the series. And this is a very long breaking news intro. Hold on 1 second. Okay, we're going to stop that because that was really long, and it shouldn't be. But anyway, so let's start with the Browns and Jonathan Cooper. Josh, is this a good move or a bad move for the Browns?
Not sure really right now. Their offensive lineman has been kind of shaky lately.
Yeah.
I mean, they have Joe Thomas. They have John Greco. Some other rookies on that offensive line, but you never know. He could be a good addition. He could be a bad one. You just never know.
And hopefully he gets some playing time. They place Austin Reiter on injured reserve. And he was originally drafted by Arizona 7th overall a couple years ago in the 2013 draft out of North Carolina. The Cardinals traded him to the Patriots in March. He was inactive for the first 4 games of the season. The Patriots waived him on Saturday. So really he hasn't gotten a chance. I would say he hasn't this season. So are the Browns hoping to do what they did a couple of years ago? Rely on the defense to get them wins?
Possibly. They could possibly rely on their defense. I don't know. They've been sort of inconsistent lately.
Yeah.
I mean, with Joe Hayden having all these injuries lately, you don't know what to expect from the D.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to tell because, looking at each games that we've lost, we've been in those games except for the Patriots game. But just looking at everything, we honestly could have 3 wins right now.
We honestly could. Yeah, at least like 3-1.
Yeah, looking at 2 wins. I mean, you look at the Baltimore game, we were up 20-2 at one point in that game. The Miami game was back and forth. Terrell Pryor had the game of his career, and we still lost that game. In Washington, we had a few missed calls that didn't go our way. So at least 2 or 3 wins out of the first 5 games, but now we face Tennessee next week. Charlie Whitehurst looks like he's going to be the starting quarterback for the Browns. Oh, boy.
Doesn't look so good right now for the Browns.
No, it doesn't. It looks like... Let's see last week the stats from Charlie Whitehurst. Because apparently he got injured last week. Really?
Okay.
You don't say. So, and they're calling him Clipboard Jesus. That's first of all his nickname in a couple of the locker rooms that he's played for, a couple of the teams he's played quarterback for before. He was nicknamed Clipboard Jesus. He's an American football quarterback. We all know that. Plays for the Browns. Against the Patriots, 58.3 completion percentage, 182 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception with a 78.8 quarterback rating. On paper, that's good.
That is very good.
On paper, we're looking at a quarterback that, hey, why didn't he start in the beginning of the season? But, honestly, it seems like the Browns are just giving up for this season. Something that in the beginning of in the show at the beginning of the school year, I said I wouldn't mind seeing if this team tanked to get the number 1 pick because Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson,
like we mentioned in the previous show, they're both number 1 overall pick prospects.
Yeah, they're both first round prospects. They can get there. Looking at Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson, I know they played each other, but
Deshaun Watson eventually got the best of him.
Yeah, definitely. But let's see, based off of stats, what we're looking at so far this season. So this was the Clemson Louisville game. That was a couple weeks ago. 42-36, Clemson won against Louisville, kind of officially knocking them out of the college football playoff run, Louisville. But looking at Lamar Jackson in this one video we're watching right now, he's running. He can run for. He would be he reminds me of Terrell Pryor in a way. He reminds me of the kind of guy that's going to switch his quarterback or switch his position to wide receiver from quarterback and go. And he could. He's quick.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that happening
because he's slim build. He can run with the football. And Deshaun Watson, I think, is more of a pocket passer. He can run too, but I still think that Watson's the better quarterback.
Totally agree.
Yeah, I think that this is how this is going to be for Louisville and for the Browns next season. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Tribe, and we're going to talk about just what are we going to see out of the Cavs this year. Are we going to repeat, or is the Big Four out in Oakland going to get us? Let's see what happens. We'll be right back here on the Boss Hour, the Lake Effect Radio.
We're listening to Lake Effect Radio. Keep rocking around the clock tower, guys.
Sometimes the things we take for granted suddenly become really important. I always thought Lakeland was for someone else. Then I lost my job. I realized I needed to learn more in today's job market. I needed Lakeland. Lakeland gets you ready for good new jobs. It'll fit your schedule and you can afford it. Lakeland really comes through for us. In Lake County, opportunity starts here at Lakeland.
lines out to second to end the inning, ending the Red Sox threat. Last chance in the ninth, 2 on, 2 outs. Allen gets Travis Shaw to fly out to end it. The Indians hang on and win it 4-3 and sweep the Red Sox, advancing to the ALCS to take on the Blue Jays.
Courtesy MLB.com. Again, the Indians winning 4-3, winning pitcher Josh Tomlin, after spending a lot of time in the bullpen for the rest of the season, the regular season, about the second half of the whole season. He was there, losing pitcher Clay Buchholz, and the save goes to Cody Allen. David Ortiz is done in Boston. He is officially retired, and he will not be returning to baseball, but he is a Hall of Famer. But that's not what we're talking about today.
We're talking about the Cleveland Indians here.
We're talking about the Tribe, and the Tribe moving on to play Toronto. And right now, if the Indians can get past, or we shouldn't say if, when the Indians get past the Blue Jays, the Indians, from the Blue Jays series on, they have home field advantage for the rest of the postseason because of the good old All-Star game. The All-Star game consists of, you know, in other sports, it's a little different. You know, it's kind of like, it's just an all-star game between some of the best players in the league. We're just going to have fun. Well, not in baseball. In baseball, the winner of that game determines which league has home field advantage throughout the World Series. And the American League won. And so the Indians, now, they are, and regardless, it would have happened because the Indians had the, I want to say, third or fourth best record in baseball.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, third or fourth best. I know they were last in the American League, and then, yes, it is because of the All-Star game, because the Nationals, if they beat the Dodgers, they had a better record than the Dodgers, and then they had a better record than the Indians as well.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. Indians everything looking up for Cleveland right now, but not for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers playing yesterday in Atlanta. It was their preseason game against the Hawks, so it doesn't really matter, but we got to see exactly what a Dwight Howard in a Atlanta uniform would look like. Take a listen to this.
The NBA champion Cavaliers minus LeBron James against the Hawks in preseason. Nothing wrong with the King.
He's resting.
Just chilling. Get used to seeing Dwight Howard.
As we have our technical difficulties, it'll come right up right now.
The NBA champion Cavaliers minus LeBron James against the Hawks in preseason. Nothing wrong with the King.
He's resting.
Just chilling. Get used to seeing Dwight Howard in a Hawks uni. Channeling his inner Tim Duncan here. The face-up? The bank shot from Dwight Howard. I don't ever remember seeing that with the Rockets or the Lakers. We know he can do this. Pick and roll, throw it down. Hawks up 16-2. Looks a little leaner to me also. With authority. Leaner and meaner, maybe. Jordan McRae, get out!
Did you go with authority? That was low level.
Subtle. It's preseason. Neil, come on. This is not my first Sports Center. That's with authority right there. Hawks win 99-93. Howard had 26 and 8.
All right, so the Indians. Wow. Okay, so the Cavs losing 99-93 to the Hawks yesterday. Preseason, Dwight Howard looks good. That's pretty much all you heard there, courtesy ESPN. And so, Josh, what do you think? We're looking at the Cavs. Have you watched any of the preseason or heard anything about it?
Not too much lately.
Not too much. Well, I'll tell you right now, there is one player that sticks out in my mind. He made the team last year, and he came out pretty good when he needed to. Jordan McRae.
Yeah,
He's
heard of him.
Yeah, Jordan McRae is a really good shooting guard. Right now he's listed as a shooting guard, and he would be the backup to Iman Shumpert, providing J.R. Smith doesn't re-sign for a while or doesn't re-sign at all. But that's another thing, bringing the J.R. Smith thing up. Will J.R. Smith re-sign? What do you think, first of all?
What do I think? Well, it's a long shot. He wants more money, and if he doesn't get that right amount of money, then I don't think he'll re-sign.
Yeah, he's looking for $15 million per year. The Cavs offered a 3-year contract, which would be somewhere in the ballpark between $10 and $11 million a year. And Smith didn't want that, so they didn't talk for about 2 weeks. Both sides came together again, and the Cavs offered him a $12.5 million for 3 years. $12.5 million a year.
Right.
He didn't want that either. So he wants the 15. And if I'm the Cavs, Josh, do I say, okay, here's 15 mil, or do I try to go somewhere in the ballpark of like 13.8, 14.2? What do you do? Because you got to think about the future as well.
He's getting older, as you see. He's in his prime. He's been shooting really well, but maybe let him go and try grabbing a youngster.
Yeah, that's something I definitely agree with you, because I don't think we should let him go now, but I think we should let him go after a year or two. Sign him to a year or two contract. Get him, what we can out of him for the rest of his prime career. And then go after and build up McRae. I mean, Jordan McRae is a great player. Iman Shumpert needs to grow a little bit. He's a good defensive player. I believe that we have some promise here in Cleveland, but we need to, just because we won the championship doesn't mean we have to stop building. And doesn't mean we have to stop preparing our roster for the future. Because once, the king retires, once LeBron is done, what do we have? Do we still have Kevin Love? Do we still have Kyrie? I mean, what are we going to see in these next couple of years? Because people are getting older. We have a bunch of veterans on this team.
It's hard to tell at this point. That's all I can say right now.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but at the same time, you look at Chris Anderson, Birdman. He's old. Really old player. He still has a little bit of juice left in him, but it's not enough to win a championship. Yeah, Mike Dunleavy. He's a good shooter. He's old. Why did we sign these guys that are, they're granted they're good players. They might be good for one season, but where is this developing of the future? That's the one thing I can't understand.
Exactly. We need to develop a team for the future, because once, like you said, once LeBron leaves, who do you have? Like you said, Kyrie, Kevin Love,
and what else? Tristan, Shumpert, but you still don't have. I mean, that team could compete for maybe a third, fourth seed in the East. But you're not going to win championships with a team that was based solely off of a three-person, a three amigos, a three musketeers type deal. When you have LeBron, the king, the leader, the role model, the go-to man. Then you have Kyrie Irving, who's a great playmaker. Then you have Kevin Love, a good shooter. You've got those three together. They played well together, they found their roles, and they won a championship, but there's still more seasons to be played, and they got to really understand that it's not just about take it one season at a time. It's, unless you have the money to do that, but they don't. So, what do you think?
I would just, if I was Dan Gilbert, I would take it day by day. Think about the future. look over what's going to happen over the next several years as LeBron ages. Is he going to be able to produce the same amount of minutes as he usually does, or is he going to lessen the amount of minutes for LeBron to play?
Yeah, it's tough because you don't know what you're going to get out of LeBron. It still seems like he has, a good 3-4 years left in him. But Kyrie, at the beginning of the year that LeBron came back, the first year that he came back, Kyrie signed a 5-year deal. He has 3 years left on that contract. So in these next 3 years, is Kyrie going to get something that he wants? Is he going to see players come and build around him that he wants? Or is he going to be like, well, I could have more success elsewhere after the whole LeBron saga is complete? Because we saw it in the finals. Finals is a perfect example of all this. We saw that the Kyrie era in Cleveland is here. It's here. It's meshed with the LeBron era, but it's still huge. And it's still taking over Cleveland. It's still taking over the Cavs. So, as I yawn, it's still taking over the Cavs. Trust me, I didn't have any coffee today, so it's a disaster. But anyway, moving forward, is Kyrie going to stay in Cleveland after these next 3 years? Would you?
Well, I think possibly he could. Maybe try to live out the legacy of Cleveland, try to win some more rings in Cleveland, stay loyal to the city.
Yeah.
But, if he doesn't get pieces to build around him, he may not stay. He may just say goodbye and leave.
Yeah. I don't think he'd leave like that quick, but I think over these next couple of years, obviously not this year because we can't, because we're done signing players, but I think it's crucial that whatever draft picks the Cavs have, whatever young talent they can bring in. I mean, yeah, they brought in Kay Felder, but they still need to bring in other guys at like a small forward position. They need to draft a small forward, and if they would have traded up, because had they known J.R. Smith was going to, be this difficult in the money that he wants, I would have traded him to like the Lakers. I would have given them a few picks. I would have said, here, take this. We'll take Brandon Ingram off your hands. We'll take him. We'll draft him. We'll take him, and he can grow into that LeBron position.
Right.
Or something of that nature.
And they can also draft. The guy from out of Duke. He's a shooting guard, and his name is Grayson Allen.
Right. Yeah.
They could always draft him if they lose J.R. Smith.
Yeah, Grayson Allen is it's funny you brought that up. Last year, I thought that he was considered, to be like a Christian Laettner throughout the March Madness, although they didn't get past the first round. Right.
Yeah.
So throughout last year, during the regular season, Allen was the kind of player that, every time he would play, he would score, and he would score in ways that were annoying to the defense, to the players, guarding him, and it was so interesting to watch that Duke team. Now, I'm an Ohio State fan first, North Carolina fan second. I hate Duke, but I like Grayson Allen. I like how he plays. I like his game, and he would be a perfect fit here in Cleveland. So on that note, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to talk about what's going on in the entire world of sports and not just the land. We'll be right back. This is the Boss Hour with Matt Bossman and Josh Rubin. We'll be right back. This is Lake Effect Radio at Lakeland Community College. We'll be right back.
For a low fee of $15, a thorough and educational full mouth cleaning along with dental care instruction, any needed x-rays, and a fluoride treatment can be completed for you at the LCC Dental Hygiene Clinic. The clinic is located on the ground floor of the H building and is open to all interested adults and children in the community. Call 440-525-7220 or stop in to make an appointment today.
If you enjoy card games, tabletop games, video games, or more, the Lakeland's Gamers Guild is here for you. They are also looking for more student members for our organization. The Gamers Guild is a diverse student organization that covers all parts of gaming. If you're interested, please come to our meetings. They are every other Thursday at 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. in S217, or also stop past our office in S232 for more information.
It's a local music spotlight on Lake Effect Radio. Shadow Road tonight.
Look into my mind, nothing but demons from side to side. They like to hide behind both eyes, some in the brain and some in the spine. How the f did it ever get to this? Got lost in the dark, came back in the mist. I was the victim over here in the chair. You were the one who flipped the switch. No care, no list, no wish, no bitch, no witness in this. Just listen to this message that this vision given with no forgiveness. I'm living this pain every day for all the things that I say, but I'll stay and continue to spray this right up in your face. In time, this is the place you wanna be. This life, this is the face you'll never see. These lies will be the ones to set us free. To the night, tonight, in time. This is the place you wanna be. This life, this is the face you'll never see. These lies will be the ones to set us free. To the night, tonight. Alone in the dark, I sit in a chair. I was passed by in the corner, I stare. No care, just stare. See the red eyes glare, but I'm not scared, cause they know me there. VIP in the underground. Every verse that I spit, shake the ground. Voice so loud, blow your eardrums out. Blood rush down, can I finish now? Keep a motherfucker in deep suspense. It's not my fault that your life's a mess. Don't need the stress, so I roll the best. Head full of smoke, so f the rest. Hold that shit up in your chest. Exhale, no fail, so be my guest. Unless you stab my back attack with my axe, will split your necks in half. Roll up in this motherfucker hands, you know I'm so cold. And it's show. Glued to the bone, flashlight at your next and I'm gone. Same song, no dance, here no chance of a relapse. Got this shit under control, pack that bone, now ready, set, go. When I lift off, I set this shit off, no cough when I roll. And I get up on some crazy shit to see how you'll emote. But you have no emotion, see, just like a robot with circuitry. This show's about to get real, I'm dying from my frequency. In time, this is the place you wanna be. This life, this is the face you'll never see. These lies will be the ones to set us free. To the night, tonight, in time. This is the place you wanna be. This life, this is the face you'll never see. These lies will be the ones to set us free. To the night, tonight. Lost on a path I can't control. Gotta keep my head up, keep the boat afloat. No time to roam. Headstrong, dead set when I go for the goal, just like a ghost. Invisible, this ritual. Got a demon for a pet, habitual. Got a feeling for the best of visible. I'll cut you down and set a better blow for the letter that I sent, and now I never let it go. And it's on under 5 and I roll like a stone. Clouds of smoke, I puff along like a locomotive. I stay devoted, bleeding hard, and you know I show it. Never stop, I keep on going like a weed. I'm growing center stage. I turn the page, you feel this in time. This is the place you wanna be. This life, this is the face you'll never see. These lies will be the ones to set us free. To the night, tonight, in time. This is the place you wanna be. This life, this is the face you'll never see. These lies will be the ones to set us free. To the night, tonight.
I get up in the evening and I ain't got nothing to say. I come home in the morning, I go to bed feeling the same way. I ain't nothing but tired. say you gotta stay hungry. Hey baby, I'm just a fast star tonight. I'm dying for some action. I'm sick of sitting around here trying to write this book. I need a love reaction. Come on now, baby, give me just one look. We can't start a fire, sitting around crying over a broken heart. This gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark, we can't start a fire. Worried about your little world falling apart. This gun's for hire. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. 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 Hey baby,
All right, everybody, welcome back to the show, and we are going to start talking about on this next segment, we're going to talk about the two series, the two MLB baseball playoff series going on right now. At 5 o'clock tonight, Washington Nationals, they will go up against the LA Dodgers. Yesterday, the Nationals defeating the Dodgers 8-3 to take a 2-1 lead in the series. They can close it out tonight in Game 4 in LA. The Dodgers going with Clayton Kershaw tonight, who has a 5.40 ERA, but he did get the win in his last time that he pitched. And the Nationals are going with Ross. I don't know which pitcher that is. Find out in a minute. Joe Ross. He has no stats for the playoffs, so this is his first time pitching. But in the regular season, he made 19 appearances, gave up 108 hits, 43 runs, 40 earned runs, 9 home runs, 7 wins, and 5 losses with an ERA of 3.43. So not the best stats-wise for the Nationals, but maybe he can, he's 23, he's young. Maybe is the questionable call here is what I'm going to make this for the day. Questionable call for the Washington Nationals with Joe Ross. Do you think that this is a good choice for the Nationals to do for the game tonight?
Personally, I don't think it's a good idea.
No, it's not. He doesn't seem good.
He's only a rookie. He's 23. He's very young. He doesn't have any experience, so I don't think he can get the job done.
But let's take a look at the Nationals, their pitching staff for right now, because here's the tweet from Eddie Matz, ESPN senior writer. He says, the Nats named Joe Ross as their Game 4 starter. Ross hasn't thrown more than 55 pitches in 3 starts since returning from an extended disabled list stint with his shoulder. So don't expect him to go long. Do expect Dusty Baker to lean heavily on his bullpen, which has been airtight. 12 inning pitched, no earned runs in the playoffs so far. So apparently that's what they're going for with Joe Ross. Maybe he'll last, maybe 4 innings, but expect him to be out no later than the 5th inning in tonight's game in LA. Especially with those hot hitters in LA, it's going to be. I think this is set up for the Dodgers to win, but we'll see what happens in the game tonight. Also going in Game 4, the Chicago Cubs look to close out the game tonight. John Lackey on the mound, or close out the series tonight against the Giants. Cubs up 2-1 in the series. The Giants won in an elimination game last night, Josh, as you mentioned earlier. So John Lackey going tonight for the Cubs. Let's look over to the other questionable call in tonight's game. Matt Moore is the pitcher tonight. 13 wins, 12 losses on the season with a 4.08 ERA. So for tonight's game, do the Cubs finish the series?
You know, and I'll take a shocker, but I think the Giants are going to pull out another win.
You think so?
Think so.
Now, who did they pitch last night for the Giants?
I don't remember.
Let's see. Let's go back to that game. Game 3 from last night. If we can get there. Okay. They're going to go this way. Oh, went into 13 innings. The winner was Blatch for San Francisco, but let's see who started the game. Oh, Arrieta and Madison Bumgarner. Oh, that's
a great matchup.
That is fantastic. And Arrieta, I think he hit a home run.
He did. Two-run blast.
Really? Okay. That's crazy. That's the one thing about this Cubs team that makes them a little bit harder to predict, because they've got pitchers that can hit like normal hitters, like Arrieta. And Arrieta, to me, is, a Cy Young candidate. I don't know if the Cubs can give this game up. I know San Francisco, it's hard to win there, but I just don't see Matt Moore performing tonight. I don't see it happening for the Giants, and I think...
you think the Cubs are going to pull it out?
Yeah, I think the Cubs finish the series. I also think the Dodgers win tonight and extend that series against Washington. What do you think?
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. I mean, look at Matt Kemp. He's been on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, a bunch of these... a lot of these guys on the Dodgers. Let's take a look at their lineup for tonight. So going over to the Dodgers, if it wants to load for me.
Hold on 1 second, guys.
Depth chart? Maybe. See, this is the thing with something we got to be prepared for. For all you listening out there, this is one thing that we sometimes don't understand, that we don't get right. But anyway, looking at some of the guys that are going to be playing tonight, Yasiel Puig, Peterson, Josh Reddick. JJ Reddick. Okay, I apologize to JJ Reddick. You play for the LA Clippers. You do not play for the LA Dodgers. That's one thing that we need to kind of clear up right now. So Yasmani Grandal will be playing catcher tonight. Adrian Gonzalez, Chase Utley would be hilarious, because to me, Chase Utley is, what he did last year when he was on the he was on the Dodgers for that against the Mets, when he ran into that Mets player and broke his leg or something like that, or injured that Mets player.
I remember.
Yeah, he was sliding into second, and he went cleat first into the guy's shin, and the guy had to leave the series, and the Dodgers ended up winning. I don't, it's tough tonight to think about, that pitching match, and that's the only thing I think that separates the Nationals from a win tonight is their pitching plan. Is their strategy against this Dodgers lineup, because it's so deep, and it's crazy. So, what do you think?
Yeah, it is a really deep lineup. You have Yasiel Puig back in the outfield?
Yeah, he's going to play left field.
Left field tonight. Yeah, he's definitely a great outfielder. Make a lot of plays. I think the Dodgers will pull it off.
Yeah, I really like that. What they did with Reddick, getting him at the trade deadline from Oakland, putting him on a team that can win, because I just think this is the perfect fit for Josh Reddick right now in right field. So we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to have closing thoughts when we come back here on the Boss Hour, Lake Effect Radio.
These days, learning never ends, and college really matters. So more people than ever are going to Lakeland Community College. People of every age are trying to learn something new, and Lakeland is for everyone. High school graduates just starting out, people trying to get good jobs, or just trying to improve themselves. At Lakeland, it's never too late to learn. It's our college. In Lake County, opportunity starts here at Lakeland.
Ride Lake Tran free with your student ID. For more information, visit www.laketran.com or call 1-888-LAKE-TRAN.
Distance, a ribbon of black.
All right, so looking forward to the weekend sports today. Again, the Washington Nationals at 5 o'clock will visit the Los Angeles Dodgers. 2-1 series lead for the Nationals as they look to close out the series in L.A. Josh, would you like to do the next one?
Sure thing.
You know what I'm saying? That Chicago plays.
Chicago. What?
Chicago playing San Francisco tonight. Yeah.
Chicago playing San Francisco tonight.
At 8:30 p.m. Again, that game is on Fox Sports 1. Both games can be seen on Fox Sports 1 tonight. At 8:30 p.m., the Cubs playing the Giants. Going to World Cup qualifying in the UEFA. Germany and... I'm going to get that country right. I think that's Northern Ireland. Oh, that should be a good one tonight.
Interesting.
Yeah, Germany playing Northern Ireland tonight in a qualifying match. Slovenia looking to play England tonight, or today. All these games are at ESPN Deportes and ESPN2. Slovakia playing Scotland. Norway playing... who is that? I should know my flags. San Marino. Wow, that's a country. Okay.
San Marino and Norway, it looks like.
Yeah, San Marino and Norway, and then Denmark going to play Montenegro. Okay, I've heard of them. Some of these countries' flags and with their names, you don't know exactly who they are because they shorten them on ESPN. And in an international friendlies, United States playing New Zealand tonight, Panama playing Mexico. In the World Cup qualifying, we continue. Argentina plays Paraguay and Venezuela playing Brazil. In the WNBA, the Los Angeles Sparks 26-8 against the 28-6 Minnesota Lynx. Should be a great game. That game will be at 8 o'clock on ESPN2. And in the NBA preseason, Brooklyn goes up against Miami. Philadelphia playing Memphis tonight, Oklahoma City and Dallas, and the Portland Trail Blazers visiting the Los Angeles Lakers. And that's what's going on today in the world of sports. Any closing thoughts, Josh?
What can I say? I mean, this has been a busy week in sports.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week in sports, and it's going to be even crazier this weekend when the Browns go to Tennessee, and we see what happens with Jonathan Cooper in his first game in a Browns uniform, and who's going to play quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. He'll play the Cleveland Browns quarterback wheel of misfortune. That's kind of what this is being this year.
And we will see if Marcus Mariota can top the Browns. He probably will. Maybe not. We will see.
We will see. All right, everybody. This has been the Boss Hour for Josh Rubin, Jay Money.
This is Jay Money.
And for your favorite, The Boss, live from Lakeland Community College in Lake Effect Radio. You know the drill, everybody. Keep it classy, Lakeland. Have a great day.
Beginning March 14th, there will be no access to library curbside pickup and outdoor library book return due to construction. And indoor library return